welcome to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. A season reaches a conclusion with the showdown we have for you in the Liberty Bowl. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the NC State Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame, this is a fun matchup here today for conference bragging rights. The SEC versus the ACC. These are two teams and two conferences that are always trying to get chippy, talk about who is the more dominant league. They'll have a chance to prove it here on the field today. Both coaches say they want to dominate at the line of scrimmage and show just who is the more physical league. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And let me tell you about these linebackers. This group can make life miserable on any offense.
And that matchup with this running back versus these linebackers is a lot of fun. And David, one thing talking to the defense this week is that they take pride in stopping the run. And these linebackers told us in meetings, this guy has not seen a defense like us, and they definitely have not played a linebacking unit as athletic as we are. We are looking to make a statement in this one by shutting this guy down.
And I love the confidence of the young guys, and I love the confidence of this defense, and they got some swag. But make no mistake, this running back is good, and this might be the best guy that they've seen. So can he make plays? Can he make those guys miss and still be the engine of this offense? We've got a tremendous matchup today.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down and prevent him from scoring on big plays.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Makes a catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
On the run, it's Gauze. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Maybe some room here. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And, man, this is kind of synonymous with Georgia football, right? Over the years, you've seen through Kirby Smart, right? Like physicality, toughness, run game. But it starts with the big, massive human beings. They recruit a different...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And this team right now has got to be into some shell shock, right? I mean, you can't start any worse. Your defense allows a touchdown on the opening drive, and then your offensive first play, you throw a pick. You just got to take a deep breath right now. Everything is a tidal wave that you're trying to fight against. It's just going to take one good one to turn this thing around, but this is not the start they were hoping for.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Running inside, it's Scott. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run it. It's Scott. Might have a chance. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wideout. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
He wants it all. Touchdown, NC State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is blocked. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
9, Georgia, 0. Number 95, set to advance on the football.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. A strike downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
He's got it. There he goes. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Here's Nate Frazier. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Immediately fires to the middle. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He goes right back to the air. Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Makes the grab, it's Humphreys. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got him this time. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Man, he spread the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Snagged out of the air. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll send out the field goal unit to try to take the lead here before halftime. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
We love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Scott. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Humphries.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give to Frazier. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Complete. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Quarterback keep. There's some room. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Gets it out fast. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. A 50-50 ball, and he just out-fought the defender and made the catch.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finds his man. It's Snow. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Stopped after making the catch.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphreys. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. And the Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Frazier. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Caught by Williams on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Takes it down to the 35-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Makes it past the marker. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to...
There's a crease. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Dogs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Makes the catch. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Snow. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Wants to throw it again. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Gauze. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And they'll take a knee.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat it.